Certified. Trespass works by telling me that I can't go back, and if I go back, then you can ID me. Until that point, you can't ID me.
Sir, you working today? Hey, can you come out and look at this guy on the supervisor? Well, the people at Sinley Perry want to trespass, and he's out here recording me, and you know, 41, sovereign citizen.
Oh, I'm a sovereign citizen, huh? Because I refuse to give you ID? Because you won't tell me under what under Title 34? You won't tell me what condition under Title 34? You're busy with me, yet you're not going to go chase him down for
well, if I wasn't dealing with you...
Well, you know what? And you don't have to deal with me.
Well,
so am I being detained? Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
As of right now, yeah.
What's your name and badge number?
Officer Agassiz, number 50.
LaPorte City Police Department?
City Police Department.
Under what am I being detained for?
I just told you. They want you to trespass from there because you were over there.
Okay. Okay, so I won't go back over there. Now.
Getting a supervisor like you requested.
Okay, so if we don't need anything else, then I'll be on my way.
No, you're not done. We're not done here.
But instead of explaining the legal basis clearly, the officer immediately shifts toward intimidation and labels him a sovereign citizen simply for refusing to hand over ID. That's usually the first sign the conversation is moving away from facts and toward ego. Notice how the citizen repeatedly asks one simple question: am I being detained? That question matters because if police restrict your freedom, they need lawful justification. Yet the answers stay vague, inconsistent, and circular. Even after saying the man can simply avoid returning to the property, the officer suddenly changes course and insists, "We're not done here." That contradiction sets the tone for everything that follows.
You're not getting my ID. You're not getting my ID, I guarantee it. What you will get is a lawsuit, not my ID.
Alright.
That's exactly what you'll get.
I'm recording you as well, just so
I know you are.
I'm recording.
That's fine.
I'm gonna go sit in my car until my supervisor gets here.
Okay. So am I still being detained even though you're in your car? So am I being detained though? Is that official detainment?
Yeah, you're not free to
I'm just asking you. That's if I'm not free to leave, I'll stay here. I don't care. You can go sit in your car and I'll stay right here. I just wanted to know since you're going back to your car. That's not normal. That's not standard procedure. So I just wanted to know because I have no problem staying here. That's just weird that you're going to go back to your car, you know?
When you bored, you gotta like grab EMS and someone that just lost a family member.
Okay.
You're over there like recording there on their property.
I'm not recording on their property.
Okay, so they want you to trespass from there.
I'm not recording on their property.
Because I want everybody to see this.
Okay.
All right, you were over there harassing somebody that just lost a family member.
But I wasn't.
EMS.
I wasn't.
They want you to trespass.
Okay, so let's walk down here to the edge of the building. Let me show you this.
You get a supervisor.
Let me show you this. Let's go to the edge of the building and I'm going to show you this. I didn't even walk past the alleyway. I didn't even walk past the alleyway. I have it on video. If you
The citizen stands firm, makes it clear he knows the difference between a request and a lawful order, and refuses to surrender his ID without cause. What makes this moment important is how quickly the encounter shifts from public safety to personal control. The officer says the man is not free to leave, yet offers no clear accusation beyond a complaint from third parties. That's where many citizens get trapped, confusing police confidence with legal authority. Meanwhile, the citizen stays verbal, records everything, and keeps forcing the conversation back to the same issue. What crime exactly justifies the detention?
You should give me a reason under Title 34 to have it. That's all. That's the only way you're getting it.
All right.
Because you cannot trespass me from a public sidewalk.
Yes, I can. You weren't on a public
You can trespass me from a public sidewalk? Go! You know what? Go fuck yourself, dude. You cannot do that.
And the person lost a family member saying you were on the property.
I wasn't on the property. A lot of people think if I show you the video, then will you arrest them for false informing? If I show you the video, will you arrest them for false informing?
Sure, go ahead. So I'm not going to arrest them, but I like to see the video.
You're not going to arrest them for false informing if I show you the video. It is because they lied. They lied and said that I was on their property.
You know the IC code for false information.
You know what? You better find out the IC code not only about that, but also about IDing before you decide to do anything stupid today.
Okay.
Yeah.
53.
And then when we're done here, I'm gonna go back over there, and if they're outside, and I'm gonna find out, I'm gonna take pictures of every single one of them out there. I'm gonna run them through facial recognition software. I'm gonna find out who they are, and then I'm gonna make sure they're prosecuted for false informing. Since you're not gonna do that. No, because I'm gonna take the pictures from over here.
So you're gonna harass somebody that just lost.
I'm not harassing nobody. They're harassing me because I did nothing to them. They're harassing me.
The citizen notices that too and calmly points out how unusual the behavior is. Then the narrative shifts again. Suddenly, it's no longer just trespassing. It becomes accusations of harassment tied to an emotional situation involving a grieving family. This is a classic tactic where emotional context starts replacing actual legal standards. The citizen repeatedly explains he stayed on public property, never crossed the alleyway, and even offers video evidence. But instead of verifying facts first, the officer continues operating entirely off accusations. That's the dangerous part of these encounters. Assumptions become treated like evidence before any investigation even happens.
I simply walked up there to the edge of the alleyway. I walked up to the edge of the alleyway, and I invited you over to the edge of the building so I could point over there and show you right where I was. I walked. You don't give a fuck. That's the problem. You really don't care. You don't care. So I walked up to the edge of the alleyway, and I stood there. And they said, well, what are you doing? I said, filming anything I can see from public view. That was it. Because I walked around the corner from the old hospital building, seeing an ambulance there. That was it. So I walked up to the edge of the alleyway. That's exactly what was said. And then I said, and then she told me, fuck you. And I said, congratulations, you're exercising your rights just like I am mine. That was the whole conversation. That was all that was said. End of story. Literally less than 60 seconds later, I walked away and came this way. I didn't even go past the edge of the alleyway. That's exactly how it happened. I have video proof of it. There was no harassment whatsoever. You need to learn the IC code for harassment too, by the way.
I know the IC code for harassment.
Okay. Huh?
That is not harassment.
Exactly. And that's what I'm telling you, man. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just explaining to you that all I'm out here doing is a constitutionally protected activity. I did not harass her. That's literally all that was said, man. That's literally it. And you riled up this conversation like this.
No, I came up real nice, asking who you are, what you're doing, what's up.
Okay, and I was on the phone with my...
The officer leans on the trespass complaint despite never establishing that the man was actually on private property. Then frustration boils over. The exchange becomes hostile, emotions rise, and both sides start firing sharp remarks back and forth. But underneath the heated language is still the same unresolved issue. The officer has no confirmed crime, no verified trespass, and no concrete evidence. The citizen repeatedly states he was standing on a public sidewalk filming from public view, which is generally protected activity. Yet the officer insists he can trespass someone from a public sidewalk, a claim that immediately raises major constitutional concerns and turns the interaction from routine into controversial.
Like if I come on your property, you have every...
But I didn't go on anybody's property. I was on the sidewalk.
And it's equivalent to me. Like if you come on my property, I have the right to trespass you.
Correct. But I didn't go on the property. I was on this public sidewalk, man. I didn't even go past the alleyway.
Okay, well,
it's on video. It's on video. Video weighs up more than anything.
That, you never showed me the video. You continue to record.
No, because you told me that you're not going to arrest them for false informing.
Well, no, that's because it's not false informing.
It is. For them to lie, and say that then it's false informing, man.
What's up, boss?
How you doing, man?
What's going on?
What's your name, badge number?
I'm Officer Gonzalez.
Okay, you a sergeant? Shift.
I'm a specialist. What's up, man?
Oh, okay. So check this out, man. So I'm just walking down this way. I went in front of the old hospital building there, and I turned around the corner, seen there was an ambulance there with its lights on, and I couldn't see anything else past what was going on with it. I wasn't sure if there was like a crash or something like that. So I walked down that way. I didn't even go past the alleyway.
Right.
Name and badge number, please.
Dyer, 14.
You a sergeant or? I'm explaining that right now. Okay, cool. So I'm walking this way, in front of the hospital building, walk around the corner, and seeing that there was an ambulance with its lights on. Couldn't see anything past it. Figured maybe there was a crash or something. Went to walk down. I didn't even get past the alley.
That only deepens the citizen's frustration, leading him to threaten lawsuits and talk about identifying the complainants himself. At this point, neither side is de-escalating effectively. But one thing stands out clearly: the officer still hasn't established a legitimate crime. The accusations keep changing from trespass to harassment to emotional disturbance, yet nothing concrete is pinned down. This is exactly how many controversial police encounters spiral. Unclear legal authority mixed with escalating attitudes until the original reason for contact becomes almost impossible to identify.
Any crash or anything, so I was just about to turn around and come back this way, and this is ridiculous at this point. Now you're triggering my PTSD, and we're gonna have problems. Okay, so yes, please, okay, because I don't want that to happen. Okay.
Say whatever. I'm not talking about.
All right, so sir, do you want me to explain this to you, or?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, so when I get down there and noticed that there was no crash, then I went ahead and was about to come this way. She says to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "Filming anything I can see from public view." Okay, and then
Who asked you that?
A girl that was sitting over there.
Like a random girl? Was she like a police officer? Or was she like...
No, she's just a girl that was sitting there. Okay, so she asked me what I was doing. I just said, "Filming anything I can see from public view." I didn't even walk past the alleyway. I was still on the public sidewalk.
Yeah.
And then she tells me that, the next thing she tells me was, "Fuck you." I said, "Well, congratulations. You can participate in constitutionally protected activity too." And that was the extent of the whole conversation. Literally less than 60 seconds later, I walked off and left.
Have a good day. See you.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for harassing me. Thank you for allowing them to harass me.
Citizen explains in detail exactly where he stood, what he said, and how quickly he left after the interaction. According to his version, the entire contact lasted less than a minute before he walked away voluntarily. What becomes noticeable here is how the officer appears more focused on defending the complainant's feelings than verifying whether any law was actually broken. That's where constitutional conflicts often begin. Rights are tested most when someone's behavior is unpopular, uncomfortable, or irritating. Filming in public may upset people, but irritation is not the legal standard for detention. And the longer this conversation drags on without evidence, the weaker the justification for stopping him starts to look.